Welcome to Secrets of Stand-Up Comedy. I'm Dick Williams. I'm going to tell you everything I know about stand-up comedy so you could be a better comedian. I spent my whole life trying to look cool. I'm giving that up, man. No more. I always worried I was going to go bald when I was a kid, and it was thinning out here. I didn't realize what was happening back here. Can you see that? I'm not hiding anymore. Bingo, I'm not hiding it. Go lay down. I remember when I started working for MTV, I was only like maybe 34, but everybody else was in their 20s. They were calling me the old man. They were making old man jokes when I may have even been younger. I may have been like 33. They're like, hey, old man, so I bought a bunch of Ed Hardy stuff. This is not part of it. I was gonna iron this, but you don't iron Ed Hardy. Look at this on the back. I'm gonna bring Ed Hardy back. That's pretty neato, huh? Pretty neato indeedo. All right, I want to tell you something that should seem obvious. It's probably why I didn't make a video about it before, but one of the great things about being a comic is that every tough time you have in your life becomes fodder for material. Sometimes I get excited when I go through a breakup. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have 5 new minutes of material. I start taking notes on the shit that she does. I go, hey, hold on, honey. Can you say that again? I gotta write this down. It really, I look back on my life, it's how I've dealt with tragedies, from big ones to small ones. My family dying. I made jokes. My heart attack. My little mild heart attack that required a triple bypass. They were going to give me a quadruple bypass. I was making jokes. People asked me after the surgery, they're like, how you doing? I go, great. Doctor said I could start smoking again. And they're like, really? And then they realize I'm just goofing around. But go through while you're bitching and moaning about your life and start writing it down. Taking notes. Using that for material. It makes life way more enjoyable. Because comedy is a coping mechanism in a lot of ways. You know? Do you know what I mean? Do you follow? Savvy? I'm in a weird mood tonight. I bought one of these lights, El Ganto, I believe it's called. And it probably makes absolutely no difference to you or to the video, but it's like just a flat LED. I have a big light that I was using before. And it's cheap, but this is cheap too. It's like $125. I should be using that money for a vehicle, but oh well. But yeah, I like doing stuff like that, like changing up, moving into this office. I got so much more stuff done today. But I'll have probably a new 5 minutes about having troubles with my vehicle, another couple of minutes about clearing up your credit report, because that's what I do. I take life's frustrations and I spin it into comedy silver. I wouldn't say it's gold, but look at your life. I know it's probably just as fucked up as mine. By the way, that's something I do when I say, are you kidding me? I'm not beeping it because I don't feel like editing. I learned how to do that. Now I can't really do it on command. It doesn't sound as good, you clowns. I like this looser format where I'm just being, just riffing. I'm just doing skilly bee bop, ba doo boop. Scatman Crothers, way underrated. Not only was he in The Shining, he was in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and he was Hong Kong Phooey. At the time when it was out, my all-time favorite cartoon superhero. I hope they make a movie. It was really the cat that was solving all the crimes. I don't know. Sometimes I get so serious, and it's good just to be silly and ridiculous. It's mortifying that my hair looks like this on camera in any other normal situation. But who am I trying to be cool for? And that's one of the other things. I didn't even think about this. Excuse me. Don't try to be the cool guy on stage. Nobody is really, I mean, I'm trying to think of somebody that can pull it off, but there was this one comic. There's been a few comics I've seen, but I'll talk about one in particular. I'm not going to mention his name. He had some success. I think he's still doing it. We lost touch, but I would give him jokes. I would write jokes for him, and then I'd get furious because he would add all this shit to the end of it and write past the punchline and not do it exactly as I told him to. Excuse me. The first time he would do it right, and it would kill, and then he would make it his own. I'm like, no. Don't make it your own. That's what's ruining it. Keep it your own by me giving it to you. But his biggest problem is he was always trying to be cool on stage because he's trying to get pussy. It's like, no, dude, that'll happen if you're funny. And pardon my use of the language, but you know what I'm talking about. That's the best way to say it. He's trying to get laid. He's trying to get pussy. Do you really want to laugh at somebody that is a Rico Suave type character that's not doing it intentionally to get laughs, to make fun of himself? I don't. I don't want to see the captain of the football team on stage also being funny unless he's goofing on himself. So when you're like that, I don't know, it's just, it's one of those things where save that for off stage. You know? Just be funny. Don't try to attract the ladies while you're slanging jokes, homie. And use all of your personal pain and tragedy, not all of it. You know, you keep some stuff for yourself, or if you don't want to talk about it, that's fine too. But go through your day, go through your life, and clown yourself for the stuff you're dealing with. Don't take yourself so seriously. It's almost always not the end of the world. When something bad happens to you, start thinking about it. I'm going to get some great material about this. That's how comics think. Because they look on that bright side. Like, this time I got in an airplane accident, that's going to be a tax write-off once I make some jokes about it. And it's a whole lot better than worrying. My great aunt Betty, she's 97, and every time I ask her, "Hey, how you doing?" she says, "I can't complain. And if I did, nobody'd want to hear it." And I always laugh. It's always funny to me because it's true. It's totally true. And there's nothing like sitting around with people that they find the humor in life's tragedies. I remember I had one dog, Molly. Bingo looks like a big version of Molly. And Molly was my heart. I love that dog so much. When I first got the balance disorder and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with me, I spent 6 months sleeping on the floor because I was having what seemed like seizures as I'd fall asleep, and I was afraid I was going to fall out of the bed. So I had some stability being down on the floor. And I got to a really dark place when, you know, you've seen 28 doctors and they're like, it's all in your head, or try the Epley maneuver, and none of it works. And so I thought, I was in LA. I thought to myself, I can't live like this. I'm going to make one last trip back to my hometown. I'm going to say goodbye without letting them know I'm saying goodbye. And then that's going to be, she wrote. And I had that moment for like a second, because I looked down at my dogs, Molly and Buddy. And this is when I shared custody of my dogs, my 2 dogs, with my ex-girlfriend. We did that for 10 years. It's a very Los Angeles thing to do. My ex-girlfriend, who's also a comic, she and I got Buddy together. And then I got Molly afterwards because Buddy would bite people and I couldn't take him to the park and I didn't want to take him just by himself. So I got him another companion. They're both Australian Shepherds. And I knew Buddy and my ex-girlfriend, I don't want to say her name, they had a strange connection. They loved each other so much. But I had a connection like that with Molly. And I said, nobody will love Molly like I will. I have to take care of this dog. I have to stick around. I have to get better. And that's what I did. And then in 2019, at 15 and a half years old, my sweet little Molly girl, it was finally time. And man, it was devastating for me. I was closer with that dog than 99.9% of humans. I'm talking about the dog I really loved, Willie. Not you. I love you too, but you're still little. You still have more time to go through hardships with Daddy. So when Molly died, I took it really hard, but it was time for her. I mean, 15 and a half years is a long time for a dog. And that should tell you how much I loved her. I know that it was 15 and a half years. And what I did was I started making jokes. And it totally helped me because I realized the best excuse I could ever come up with to get out of doing stuff or meeting up with someone is to say, oh, I would, but I have to pick up my dog's ashes today. No one will ever question you. You can use that whenever you want. Feel free. Hey, I'm sorry I didn't stop by for dinner. I would have called, but I had to pick up my dog's ashes. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry. Are you? And then Hogan passed away a couple years ago in 2021. He had cancer. And they keep trying to get you at this place, the 24-hour vet. Shush. You probably shouldn't listen to this. It's negative, Willie. I know. Go lay down. 5 more minutes. They try to get you to sign up for this package when you put your dogs down. The like parting gift package where they give you the ashes and they give you a little candle with their name on it. And it's this bullshit little votive candle that's in a holder and a paw print and then some of the dog's hair, their fur, and like a magnet for your fridge. It's like $500. I did that for Molly, but after I paid it, I got her ashes here and a hutch. I don't want this for every one of the dogs. It's weird. It's kind of creepy. So when Hogan when I had to put Hogan down, they asked me if I wanted to do it. And I was like, nah, I'm going to pass. And then they started pressuring me. So Richie, the dog another Australian Shepherd that I couldn't change his name because he was abused and I rescued him. He loved Hogan so much. They had a weird love, like brotherhood. He died the next month after Hogan did of cancer, different type of cancer. And they didn't catch it from each other, I think is what I'm trying to say. I went in there and I was prepared this time. They said, well, do you want him cremated and have his ashes, or otherwise they'll mix them all in with the other dogs? I go, oh no, he was a Buddhist. And then they didn't know what to say. They go, oh, he was? I'm like, yeah, he was a devout Buddhist. He would not want me to hold on to his ashes. And they just dropped it. So I do little things like that in times of stress, but also just to make life more fun. It's more interesting to goof around like that. All right. I hope you enjoy this. This is probably, I don't know if this is probably the last time, but I do have something that made my evening. I was working with one of you who's watching this, in the coaching. I don't like to hawk things, so I'm probably not going to talk about this too often, the one-on-one coaching. First of all, because I don't like doing a sales pitch. Second of all, I don't know how much time I have available to do this, so at some point I might have to cut it off. And also because I checked out a couple other comedy teachers' sites that also offer this, and I am shocked at how much they're charging you saps. And I can't even imagine what you're getting out of it. I hope that it's awesome. But all that stuff aside, I was talking with this guy. We did the session earlier today, and he had a couple open mics, and he was thrilled. He called me up. First he texted me, then he called me. He's like, bro, other comics were coming up to me. That never happens. They came up to him. They're like, you've gotten so much better. Literally, like, there was maybe a 3-hour gap from when we talked and then when he did the open mic. And yeah, I'm super happy that it helped. And sometimes it's just rearranging certain bits and cutting some things off and reframing them. So if you're interested, I know some people have had a hard time finding the email. I'm going to put it up here on the screen. It's in the description of the video. It's richwilliamscomedy@gmail.com. And it's $100. What I do is you send me a set. Also, yeah, this is important. Send me your set. 5 more minutes, Willie. Send me your set. Send me a document of the material of your set so that I can go through and edit it, punch it up, rearrange things, put some jokes in there if necessary, and email that to me. And I'll go through that, then we'll talk, and it's an hour on the phone. We could probably do Skype. I told one of the guys today, hey, you should record this because I'm speaking off the top of my head. I may not remember exactly how it's coming out. He's like, oh, no, I have it on speakerphone. It's being recorded. So maybe if I do it on Skype, I like to do it on the phone because I don't want to be doing videos all fucking day. So I did that fucking again. Yeah, I'll help one-on-one. You can just watch these videos and get a ton out of it. I just started doing this because one of you said, hey, would you do this? And I'm like, yeah. And you know how I came up with the price? He said, well, how much are you going to charge? I go, what do you think's fair? And he said, $100 a session. I go, all right. So that's how I came up with my pricing. I'm so bad at business, but I'm good at delivering. I hate selling stuff. I hate marketing. I hate even offering something that's worth a lot more than what I'm charging. But I am good at this. I'm really good at punching up material and giving people the right direction and telling you, hey, I wouldn't do that one bit. It's hacky. Or it's been done to death. You may not realize it, but I've been around for a long time. And hey, if you just change this one part, you're going to get a big laugh. And yeah, maybe some people in the comments will give a testimonial. You know what? I'm thinking about doing a website just for this channel in general, and I was like, I should get testimonials. I don't know. I'm not that guy. Like, I'm a comic, dude. I want to smoke trees and goof on shit. I don't want to be making websites and sales funnels. The one dude, you know who I'm talking to. I appreciate all that stuff, and I might wind up doing that. But it's still funny to me, like, a sales funnel. Maybe I'm just too old. I don't know. When I'm young, I wouldn't have been excited to make a sales funnel website either. I don't know. I'm totally sober, by the way, right now. I'm just in a weird mood. I think because I'm on a high because that comic did so well at the open mic, and I'm getting stuff done today. I'm even losing my voice, which is good because we're on like over 20 minutes for another video. I'm very close to being monetized too, which is shocking. I have to be at 3. They lowered the standards. So instead of 1,000 subscribers, it's down to 500. I'm over that. And then instead of 4,000 viewing hours, it's down to 3,000. And I'm at a little bit more than 2,600. So yeah, that'll happen. And I'll make maybe $1 a month. There's not a lot of money in this in terms of the niche or niche I chose. You know, if I was on here just goofing on shit or talking negatively about comics or revealing secrets, I could be blowing up. But what do? The least profitable thing, because I like comics and I like helping and I don't want to be making fun of people. I do it privately. Boy, you get me fired up in that Discord, I'll be chopping up some comics that I knew back in the day. Don't ask me my real opinion on shit, because I will tell you. But I'm not going to do it publicly because we're all in the same gang. You know? Stop the violence, homie. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. I got to go deal with Willie and Bingo. Bingo, you're being a good girl, huh, Big Molly? All right.
But I need somebody who will stand by me through the good times and bad times. You will always... Where you going? You're not supposed to leave. You can't stand the rain? Oh, girl. She got me fucked up.
We're both out of breath, Molly. You love a daddies? Oh, Daddy loves you, Molly's. We got Hogan here, Molly and Richie. It's a couple days after Valentine's Day, 2017. There's my sweetheart. I love you, honey. I love you, Molly. I love you. I love you, girl. You're my babies, huh? Who's my best girl? Molly. Who's Daddy's best girl? Oh, you grumblers? I go get your paws. I get your paws. Who's Daddy's best girl? You're my favorite girl. Look how pretty you are. Did you go to the groomers? Molly, did you go to the groomers? You look so pretty. Oh, you look so pretty, my Janes. My little Molly Janes. I love you. Give your daddy a kiss is nice. You sillies. You sillies. I love you, honey. Molly, speak. Speak. Speak, you silly. Speak. 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 Speak, Molly. Speak. Woof. Oh, it's too... We gotta be quiet for nights? I love you. You sillies. You sillies. 5 and deeper. 4.
Yo, homie. Don't be playing that thug shit with me. I know what you're trying to do with her food. I'm part of the black community now. And real recognize real. Yeah, you better go on, Hogan. Y'all need to clean this place up. It's messy. Punk ass. Come here, boy. I love you, baby boy. Hey, baby boy. Yeah, you're gonna wait for me when I sleep, aren't you? You gonna get me? Oh. Hey guys, where's Cadence? Is Cadence coming over? Oh, what was that move? You going to see Cadence? Where is her? Where's Cadence, Hogs? Is her at the door? Go see. Cadence! Where's Cadence? Is her here?
Come here. Come here. Come on, we're gonna go in the house. You gotta take a swimming bath, Molly. Oh, baby. Daddy loves you, honey. You are such a good girl. You are the light of my life. You're like my Mima in a doggy form, huh? All right, Daddy will carry you. It's June 8th, 2019. I just want to let you know how much I love you, honey. Let's go inside and get cookies and some waters, huh? Want cookies? You want biscuit? I love you. Molly, 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 Molly. I love you, honey. Oh, don't pull away like that, you sillies. I love you, honey. You're so beautiful. Those pretty eyes. But more than that, you've always been there for me. You saved my life when I didn't think that I'd ever get better. I hope I gave you a good one. I love you, sweetie.